everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2024 Audi A8 and its 23-speaker Bang Olufsen 3D sound system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, and speaker locations. Then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear an even more in-depth breakdown and evaluation of the system, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. I've got real copyrighted music on there, listen to a lot of the members' requested tracks, and got more of a feel and a longer sort of soak with the system. So if you want to see those, check the link below. And before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Got it parked a little bit weird here to get it in the shade, but the very cool looking in this green color Audi A8. Obviously the sound system should apply to the A8 as well, but this one sporting that 4-liter turbocharged V8 motor that we know and love. This S8 is remarkably light on its feet for how large of a vehicle it is. So if you do want to see more on the car, check the link below. We're not doing a full infotainment system breakdown because it's essentially the same as the S6 that we shot a few months ago, but we've got our normal DM review and fuel economy coverage as well. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. Got the nice, a little bit smaller but high resolution and easy to use infotainment system here. Like I said, if you do want to see more of a breakdown on how it works, check the link below for our S6 infotainment review. But there's a nice quick and easy way to get to the sound settings on any screen. If you simply rotate the volume adjustment, you get a little gear icon there that you can click, go straight to the sound settings, all the way up at the top. Now I should mention right away that I've noticed a lot of times I'll be scrolling through the audio system menu like this, and I'll accidentally make adjustments to the sound settings as I'm scrolling through. So that's a bit frustrating. And also you can probably tell from the camera that fingerprints get on there pretty easily. I'll wipe it down, and then immediately as soon as I start touching it, you get more fingerprints. But here in the sound settings menu, I have adjustments for treble, bass, and subwoofer. Let's go through those. I am frustrated that you don't have any sort of mid-range adjustment in here, but really I'm more frustrated we don't even have a 5 or even better a 9-band equalizer in here. But even at least that mid-range, and we'll be talking about that a lot more once we go through the full eval of the system later on in the video, but even though it's a personal preference thing, I would really like to have a mid-range adjustment in here. Below that, you have adjustment for front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance. You can move the sound all around the cabin. There's no designated center point. I find that a bit frustrating, but if you kind of top near the center here, it brings the sound to what I assume is centered out. And yeah, that's kind of strange. All right. And then you have a sound focus for all front, rear, or movie. Let's go through those. Then below that, you have adjustments for the surround and 3D effects for the system. This is going to utilize these ceiling mounted speakers. Let's go through those. I've got surround at minimum now and 3D off. There are a few times I've been listening to music, especially live recordings, and I'll turn on some of the surround and 3D effect, but it adds a lot of artificial hollowness to the music, and if you're looking for your most true to recording sound, you're going to need all of that off so you can just get a nice forward-focused center stage in front of you here. And then you have speed-dependent volume control, so as you get going faster, the elements of the music will lift up compensate for road, wind, and engine noise. And that's all you got for audio adjustments. For controls here in the S8 and A8, you've got a nice volume knob, decent reach for the driver and even easier for the passenger. Got good clickage as well. Then I also really like how we have a volume scroller on the right side of the wheel. Very easy to do there. And you can click on it to mute the music. For track selection, you can rotate the volume knob right and left. I like that because it's a very easy way to do track selection and it doesn't take up any extra space with a new knob. You've also got right and left flanking the volume control on the steering wheel. I like that. Then obviously you can use the touchscreen if you're in the proper menu. For audio inputs, here in the S8, you've got your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio with HD radio support on both of those. You've got 2 USB-C ports, support for wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then if you were connected with the Audi MMI Connect, whatever they call their kind of login service, then you'd have streaming services that you could use right there built in. Oh, and Bluetooth support as well, I should mention. What does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no USB-A ports, so make sure you bring yourself an adapter if you want to use USBs. And you don't have any native kind of built into the system by default streaming services like Spotify or Tidal or Amazon or anything like that. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 23 speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got door woofer there, 1 tweeter or mid-ranger, 2 tweeter, 3 up there rising up out of the dash. A lot of people like those. 4, 5, 6 on the other side, 7, 8 mid-range and tweeter in the center. 9, 10 for some 3D speakers up in the A-pillars. I'm going into the back. 11, 12, 13 for woofer, mid-range, and tweeter. 14, 15, 16 on the other side. 17, 18 3D speakers in the roof. 19, 20, 21, 22 for surround, mid-range, and tweeters. And then 23 is the subwoofer right here in the deck lid. Before we get on the road, I want to test the 5.1 surround capabilities here. So we're going to go to our immersiveaudioalbum.com 5.1 demo. Ooh, I can feel that already.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album Channel Configuration Test. Left. Center. Right. Left surround. Right surround. LFE. The Immersive Audio Album Channel Configuration Test is now complete. Hej då!
This did the same thing that the S4 did, where for some reason it plays the LFE channel through the center. And I'm kind of wondering if that's the issue that I'm having with these systems as I've been testing them. Because as we're going to see here in the next part of the video, there's too much coming through the mid-range, and when I'm wanting deep, rumbling, kind of soulful bass, actually not even that deep a bass, but just mid-range, higher bass, I'm getting too much through the center. So I'm wondering if that's our issue here. But either way, I'm going to get this stuff put away. We're going to head out on the road. Sometimes it's this song that really exposes the weaknesses in our evaluating systems, but Traveling Symphony, the one right before this, also did a great job at really bringing out the problems that I'm having with the mid-ranges in this song. Are you picking up on those tom drum hits every, I think it's third beat? There's way too much happening in the upper mid-ranges, and it's creating all this traffic and noise in the sound, and I'm not getting that driving lower force. And admittedly, if I turn the bass and subwoofer up, it helps a little bit. Let's see. Then you get a little more of that. But I'm getting way too much coming through the center channel, and that's what we need to get rid of. For this next track, we will turn the subwoofer and bass all the way up and see how it sounds. Oh yeah, that power is there. Oh, I'm getting ear shakeage. I'm feeling it in my chest, a little bit in my seat as well. That's really good hardware. It's a shame it's not coming through a little bit more. My thoughts on the 23 speaker Bang & Olufsen system here in the Audi S8. I know with more confidence now that I have serious issues with the tuning in this system because I experienced the same aspects in the S4. And I gotta go back and listen to my footage from the S6 because I don't remember this being such an issue in the S6. But also, if I remember correctly, we didn't have the top level system in the S6. We had the mid-range Bang & Olufsen system, and I remember that one being really strong. But, and I'm actually going to go back and back up this track a little bit because we got a lot to talk about here. There we go. The fact we don't have a mid-range adjustment hurts this system partially because of its poor tuning. I'm really, really happy with the hardware in here. There's an excellent crispness coming from these tweeters, coming from the mid-rangers, and if you listen to quiet to moderate music, especially at static, if you're just stopped, everything sounds really good. There are elements of my test tracks, everything I've listened to throughout this week with the system where I'm hearing very subtle elements of my songs that I don't often hear in systems, and that's a trademark of something really, really strong and really good and something that should be up by S tier. But it's being deteriorated by this over boosted mid-range where I'm getting these tom drum hits coming through really hard. I'm pretty sure it'll get demonetized if I try playing this for you, but maybe I'll upload an extracted bit and put it in a link in there in the description of listening to the song Show Me How to Live by Audioslave. There's a really strong drum hit in that, and it comes through way too strong, and it's almost harsh in your ears. It's not balanced with the rest of the music. And what it creates is this empty, hollow feeling when you're listening to your favorite tracks. You're expecting this deep, rich drive from your music, and you're not getting it. So, all in for a rating, I'm going to give this system an A, because objectively speaking, there's a lot great with it. It's enjoyable to listen to your music, but it's at the low A range. It's at the low end of A. And for a $160,000 car like we're driving right now, it's a B. I mean, it's not even near where the top level 7 Series and S-Class audio is. And I'm going to try to get in contact with the lead audio engineer for this system for Bang & Olufsen and see what's going on with that 0.1 channel, the subwoofer LFE channel. I think that might be affecting the mid-ranges in this system. I don't know what's going on there, but I've listened to all sorts of different inputs and types of music, and I'm just not happy with this, and I wasn't happy with the S4 either. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more, please check the link below for our members-only tracks, because that'll help enunciate my issues here. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on. Not fantastic.